Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caleb. It is really quick. Yesterday I just did a reaction video for a K-pop song and album, and today I'll be reacting to Eurovision. So Eurovision, if for those of you who do not know, it is an international song competition organized by the European Broadcasting Union, and it's organized annually. So basically, every participating country will submit an original song to be performed on live television and radio, and the competing countries will be able to cast votes for the other country's songs to find a winner. This competition has been held annually since 1956, so it has been and is the longest running and annual internationally televised music competition. So it's pretty awesome. And as far as of 2019, 52 countries have participated at least once. Of course, most, or if not actually all except one of the countries, are in Europe, with Australia being the exception. But for me, I started following Eurovision when Dami Im represented Australia at the Eurovision 2016, and since then I've been keeping up with it. I really like the entries from Cyprus in 2018 with Elena Fuego, Tamta with Replay in 2019, and don't talk about even I think Michaela from Malta, who did Chameleon in 2019 as well. Yeah, Luca Honey's She Got Me in 2019. And talking about Australia entries, I like Isaiah Firebrace's entry in 2017 and Jessica Mauboy's entry in 2018. So it's been a lot of songs, but so far until this year, I've only been concentrated on these few countries and their entries. And I mean, year on year, I think the songs, there's been ups and downs, because sometimes the songs are, Eurovision is recognized to have like songs that are really cliche, really cheesy lyrics, really bombastic performances that you wouldn't typically see at like an awards show. It's like it really goes in like the very funny, the humorous and comedic kind of things, but also at times it does really produce really serious, heartfelt songs, such as Måns Zelmerlow's representing Sweden with Heroes in 2015, and he won the competition. So sometimes it basically just appeals to different people's tastes. For me, I kind of watch the songs that kind of are more pop radio friendly. The staging is, really like an award show. I like those kind of things. Of course, I can still appreciate the rest, but that's the kind of music that I go for, and I do resonate with that kind of music. So this year, there's been so many artists this time around. I'm so glad they managed to pull it off with, coronavirus and all that. Last year, they couldn't pull it off. It was supposed to be at Netherlands last year. The entries actually, all the countries actually made entries, and it was all uploaded on Eurovision's channel. But yeah, so it didn't happen because of all the changes that happened with the spread of coronavirus. But this year, Netherlands hosted again, but and not all of the countries that submitted entries last year are competing this year. We have Belarus also not being disqualified because of their political entry, and is Armenia, or that pulled out from last year. So yeah, but I think it's still overall it's pretty cool that a lot of the artists that submitted entries last year are still representing the country for this year. So I'll be talking a bit about it as I go through those entries, as well as some of my thoughts based on watching other YouTube reactors prior to this whole semi-final. I have only stuck to seeing the short clips from Eurovision's channel of the first rehearsal and the second rehearsal, because I know that the actual rehearsals were leaking on YouTube somewhere, but I feel like it would spoil the reaction this time around for me. Because even though yes, the final product typically is still different from the rehearsal, but largely they would pretty much stay the same. So I would just I only watch those rehearsal clips, and trust me, it's just like 5 hours after the upload of the semi-final one already, because sorry, it is live streamed at 3 a.m. It is live streamed at 3 a.m. in Singapore time here. So I actually stayed up all the way to 2 a.m. to go and try to watch it, but I was like, if it's a live stream, I'm not sure how to cut the video, but I realized that, oh, they've uploaded all the different artists' performances separately right at the get-go. So probably for semi-final 2 and the grand final, I will be reacting straight as it's happening on live stream based on the uploading speed and all that. So yeah, without further ado, I didn't do it earlier because I think I would be so dead in my reaction. So right now, I'm just gonna be full on energized and react and give my opinions, and hope you all enjoy it. Sorry if not all the countries that you are expecting to see for semi-final 1 for me to react is inside here, because I'm only reacting to selected ones based on my research I've done for these various countries, and also what my tendency or my interest in that kind of music. Because I feel like if I were to do it for music that I just really am bored by, it's gonna affect the way I'm gonna critique it. It's gonna affect the way you're gonna hear my reaction. So I do not want to offend anybody, but also I want to give the most authentic reaction possible. So without further ado, let's get into it. I've put up my list here. So you will see in the timestamp below which countries I'm reacting to, and if your favorite one or the one that you want to see is below, and you can skip right to it. So first we have Sweden, who is placed 4th in the running order, Ireland in 7th, Cyprus in 8th, Israel in 12th, Azerbaijan in 14th, and lastly Malta in 16th place. I've seen some reviewers also saying the first few placings, so basically after the first placing, so the 2, 3, 4, it's typically, chances are you're not gonna probably pass the semi-final stage, because it depends on if the first country it does really smashing well and sets the bar very high, and then if it is so, then the second, third, fourth are kind of going to be struggling to get the viewers' attention, because it's also it's largely televised, especially this time around where you only have 1,500 people in the actual live audience right at this for this time round. So it's gonna really bang hard on the televotes or the live voting from online. So to get the viewers' attention, to get them to vote you, is going to be really hard for these few places, 2, 3, 4. And then of course the 16th place, which is the finale performance, is definitely going to get the one of if not the most attention, because it's the last performance people will see and remember. So it's pretty interesting. They got Sweden at 4th place. Not sure how to feel about that. Let's see. I hope that the entries that I'm watching this time around are gonna get into the grand final, but we'll see. And then we have Malta at the end. Of course, when I was hearing her song, it's just bombastic energy and definitely fits a finale of the semi-finals performance. So can't wait to see how that goes. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the reaction. So first off, we have Sweden's Tusse. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but with voices. So for Sweden, they do a yearly competition like Melody Festival or something like that. Sorry if I butchered the name as well, but so he won that competition. They do that competition, so whoever wins it will be the one selected for for the entry to the Eurovision, Sweden's entry to Eurovision. So he got like a staggering large percentage of the voting. Not sure whether we're gonna see the same success as Manzemelo, because he also, when he went through the competition, he also got a very large percentage of the voting, and in the end he got first place. So, but hearing the song, the music video wasn't even a music video. It's just the live performance of the performance. So it's hard to I would say, I really hope that the countries do see that the need to do a full package, like a music video. When it's called a music video, it needs to be a music video, because that's where you're gonna get a lot of the attention, a lot of reacting from viewers and all that. People want to see variety. So when you have the different music video, different performance, live performance, different rehearsal, and different semi-final performance and all that, people want to see, shock them with the shock value. But the unfortunate thing is that so far I've seen from the rehearsal footage and all that, it's pretty much what we see in the live performance that he did for the Melody Festival. And I'm like, has all the budget gone into the song or the song production or something? I'm not sure, but it's a bit shocking, because Sweden has had good entries with the Heroes, and they did a very, very, really simplistic but really beautiful performance, So I'm not sure why it suddenly just went into they're just gonna stick with the same outfit, just with a different color, and then the dancers and stuff like that. I was hoping, a lot of people are saying, because it's because he Tusse himself, and they were thinking that it was probably like a BLM kind of movement kind of a song, and yeah, they were hoping that it would be capitalized on that and really drive home that message in that sense, instead of just being a generic performance with just a singing singer and then just moving. And people were also saying that his movements were a bit awkward, like he needed to step more. I kind of agree with that, because he was doing these jerking movements that I feel did not really come naturally to him. It was just I know he's probably evoking the emotion, and I'm just hoping that he would move a bit more, walk around the stage a bit more, take it and but knowing his age, his young age, and this is probably one of if not his biggest performance ever so far. So I can understand why they kind of tried to also, maybe if they're trying to meet his comfortable level and stuff like that. So okay, fair enough. But the music, in terms of the music, it's not really. The verses really stood out. I really enjoyed the lyrics, but then somehow it went into the chorus and a million voices calling out, and then I was like, it sounds so basic. No offense, but it just sounded so basic, because I don't know, the melody line and then the lyrics just sounded a little cheesy. Of course, it's Eurovision's expectation, but I was like, what? Come on, why isn't the chorus living up to what the verses? The verses was very punchy, and all that. Of course, it didn't have to be the same rhythm, but it somehow it just kind of went laid back in the chorus. It just went generic in the chorus, and it went back into something interesting in the verses. And it was hard for me to get behind the song in terms of that kind of stylistic, the choice that they chose to do it. But let's see this final staging. I hope they do change it up, but I'm seeing the thumbnail that he's wearing the same clothing and all that. I'm like, how do you, I don't know, what is going on? But let's see if the performance-wise, he does it, the staging is done way. I hope they top the live performance of the Melody Festival. Okay, so let's go into it. To save voices, let's go. Oh, the dislike ratio is quite big. Oh no. Oh no, it's just the same, why? No, why? You can literally just use this video and then put it as next to as the live performance, the music video for that for this entry, and you won't tell the difference. His vocals, no doubt, are good. I just don't know why they still wanted to go with the same outfit. Okay, there's a the strip of light and all that. Okay, but it's still a bit similar to the video. Oh no, the same thing again. This thing. But considering that of his age and probably his kind of exposure in terms of performing, he's singing well. I wish maybe the performance could be have been like a choir or something, like the dancers could have been a choir in the sense, because the chorus does have a choir element to it. And the thing is, right, he wore the similar outfits for the turquoise carpet. Yeah, so I'm like, do you have, no offense, but do you have any other clothes? I would like to see you shine in different kind of clothing and wear different, like wear your culture and stuff like that. Like, how come it's just suit and tie kind of a look? It's not very that inspiring. Like it's inspiring in the first round when we see it for the the video that is submitted, but after that it's just the same thing. Okay. Oh, I like this angle where it looks like there's a lot of people, because you can only have limited number of performers on stage. I felt very iffy about the keychain. I wish he walked forward more instead of just standing in the same area. Especially in this area, in this part, he could have stepped forward. Let's see how the results go later on. For the next one, Lesley Roy representing Ireland with maps. I personally think that her voice sounds so similar to Ellie Goulding. I mean, no one has really commented that, so like maybe it's just me, but I really think that it sounds so similar to Ellie Goulding. Is it? It sounds like Burn by Ellie Goulding. It's like the song sounds a bit in that vein. I'm not sure, but yeah, and I like the music video. It's like, whoa, I think it's really, I'm not sure if this is the island landscape. I hope it is. It's so amazingly beautiful. Nature, her on the rocks, her in the greenery and all that. Yeah, and it definitely embodies what the song is about. It's like the adventurous quality of the song and the inspiring energy from the song. And I've seen the rehearsal footage. Wow, she's using like cutouts and all that, and she was saying in the interview that she wants to change it up and go back to what what it was about, like how the performance element and how instead of most people using visuals and like technology to put up a performance, she wanted to go with something real and something like concrete. So I think it's really commendable. It is risky in the sense that you gotta do it very well to top what a visual does, but I think the effort in itself has turned eyes to like focus on what they're doing. Yeah, a lot of people are like the concept was that a lot of people are just doing the generic like singer plus 4 dancers setup, and then with her was like, whoa, totally different camera effects and all that. So let's see how it goes. I like to say I felt her dancing, or say her body movement during the music video was a bit cringe. That's just me, I'm sorry. I just say it in a way that it felt a bit stuck. She was like doing this thing, and then I felt like either you want to move, you just move your whole body instead of just your hands or something like that. It feels a bit like constricted. And I so far from the rehearsal footage, I'm glad that I'm not sure whether they noticed that or they tried to work with that, but somehow it managed to mask it in with like all these other things. So I really hope they focus more on the elements instead of her dancing. But she's a really good singer, and apparently she did co-write the song. So props to her. Like she also wrote for like Adam Lambert and stuff like that. So that's really pretty cool. And this time she's writing for herself, for her own entry. I think that is all the more commendable. Yes, oh, I love it. The cutouts. Yes, the dressing also fits so well. Of course, yes, I was worried that black on black would just look very hard, but oh, the foreground and all that. They managed to make the music video into a whole different light with this performance. Of course, I can imagine the live performance. Like people watching it live will probably think it's kind of weird. Like they can't. It kind of spoils the whole thing of it. But oh, that's nice. The reflection way. Oh, this is dope. I saw this like the behind the scenes of through the rehearsal clip. That's so cool. Wow, the choreography must be so hard to coordinate. I mean, just one mess up, and it will spoil that, you know, the very magical element of this. Oh, I love the sea and the clouds, all that. It's so different from the other entries that I've watched a bit so far. She went a bit off tune there, but I mean, understanding that she has to move a lot and has so many things to take note of in the back of her head. I'm glad her expression is still very happy and like joyous about this performance, and it does embody that element of the song. Yeah, the bit pitchy on the go. Yes, the bridge was impactful. Let's see how she does it. I wish they kind of went a bit, like, not just, you know, half body, but like actually, okay, I take my words back. Ooh, they kind of show the whole big set. That's so cool. I like that. It makes it so realistic. She's barefooted. That's pretty interesting. Oh, they kind of just went like, whoa, okay. I think that's pretty cool. Of course, her being barefooted it seems a bit too informal, but I think it does give that kind of on the ground kind of feel of the song, which is like, yes, I love her happiness that she's exuding with this song. She really doesn't disappoint. Like, whoa, I'm so happy for her. Like, I felt emotional from her emotions at the end. I think this performance justified the song, and it definitely made me like, whoa, I want to rewatch it later on and see what elements that I missed out. Yeah, I feel like that's what embodies Eurovision, you know. It's like about bringing in different kind of elements of staging, using the most different kind of props and things like that to bring home a certain message, the song, and to bring home like like this feel good kind of celebratory kind of message. And it's wow, yeah. Although I hope if she does get through this, you know, to the grand final, like she hones in more on the vocals, because I think it's really key to the song, especially when she has the backing vocals that are singing on pitch, and then it kind of just sounds like a bit jarring. But understandably, like I said, you know, movements on stage and all that. But wow, I love that performance. Next up, we have Cyprus with Elena, Tsagrinou with El Diablo. Okay. Here, you guys. The first entry that I was looking forward to in 2021 was Cyprus entry, because I loved the 2019, the 2018 entry, and Elena Tsagrinou. Whoa, I mean, the music video was kind of because it was using the same set as Zara Larsson's Love Me Land. I mean, of course, they are entitled to use the same sets. Like, it's not even who owns it, but you know, it, because Zara Larsson had a music video just a while back, so it's like, oh, why is it the same exact thing? And then there was no other staging, so it felt so simplified and stripped down compared to the entry for Fuego and Replay. Like, it was, yeah, I just wish it was more bombastic for the music video. But whoa, the rehearsal footage, maybe there's a calculated move on Cyprus' part, because with the rehearsal, it brought home that whole El Diablo, like the energy that people were hoping for. And she is a performer. She can sing, she can dance. She's just like Eleni Ferreira, you know, who did sing and dance, but people felt that Eleni Ferreira couldn't really keep the vocals on pitch because, you know, of all the, of course, understanding, because it's all the movements and the crazy movements. So, you know, but with Elena, apparently from the all the witness accounts like of those who watched the rehearsal or that, they were saying that wow, she keeps on pitch, you know, and her dance is really there. And I was like, yes, this is the perfect package. If you want to do a song that requires dancing and singing, you need to have an artist who can do both. Not saying that Tamta couldn't, but like she definitely wasn't, say, the dance, like pop kind of dance type. Like she could move, but in terms of the replay, it felt a bit like it could have been more, you know, it could have been more. And then they were trying to balance with her being able to sing the vocals on pitch and all that, and then her not going breathless, and then yet her being moving to the song. It felt a bit like it needed to be more, even though yes, it was really a good performance, but knowing from what Cyprus already submitted the previous year, it was hard to top that with that performance. But this time around, whoa, really turning eyes. And really the rehearsal footage, all that, it kind of like it's in like the 100Ks and above. Like it's one of the highest watched videos in the rehearsal category. So let's really see. I can't wait to see what she brings. I really love the entry this year in terms of the song, even though yes, initially people were saying it sounded like Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, and I totally got it. And I was like, oh no, why is it? But I mean, understandably, because one of the songwriters or producers did write for Lady Gaga, so that's probably why. But I think it's pretty, you know, I think I like that they went straight away a bit from the Fuego and Replay, because they were done. Those two songs were done by the same producers and songwriters before that, and they sounded so similar to each other. But this time around, it's done differently. Of course, the song structure is quite similar, but they had like rapping elements and the Mama Mamacita. I think that makes it like that's the key points of the song. One of the key points of the song. Yes, they used different camera angles. Yes, I love it. Yeah, people were saying about the reflection stage. The reflection thing, oh, I love that. A little bit off, but I understand because she's doing this. She went from, yeah. Oh, I love this with the rapping. She definitely embodied the song herself, even though she didn't write it. But I totally get that she really got the song like owned to herself. Yes, this part. Tell me what to do. The TikTok challenge was, yeah, reminds me of that. Oh, I hope she rules. Like, yeah, but I think it's a bit breathless at that point. People are saying like how a lot of the performers this year are like silver for the singer, red or pink for the dancers. But I feel like she brings it home more compared to the rest of them. But who knows? But I think so far she is doing it really well. I love the addition of that mirror element. Okay. If she does make it to the grand final, I hope she doesn't do that with the rapping. Like, just do it serious, because the song is more on that serious side. Yes! Yes! Choreographer! Yes! What in the world? This makes for a very fuego performance. A little bit pitchy, and sometimes the vocal control, like she kind of pushes on the wrong, like the parts of the lyrics that shouldn't be pushed, but a still strong performance nonetheless. Ooh, that's so good. I'm glad they didn't go dark like the, you know, dark elements like the music video. Oh, I like that. Yes, the like the dynamic prism kind of look. Yes, the words. I was waiting for that. A lot of people talking about that. Whoa. And then I think she can just, because since she's not doing any dance elements at that point, she can just like go on the floor or something and then like, you know, sing her heart out. I think it's pretty cool. But still, a very big performance. Oh, I love it at the end. And then the whisper at the end, yes! Good job. Oh my. Yes. I can see that going through the semi-finals. I am like, what in the world? Yes, definitely checked all the right boxes. Of course, I still think some things can be improved on for the if she were to enter the finals. Yeah, but still shook me, and I will still watch it again because there's so many elements going on at every single stage. They really went to think through it, because I think for Fuego, it just kept with the same, like, oh, she's just standing like this, and then in the center, and then the camera position was just the same. It was just like zoom in, zoom out, and then that's it. And relied heavily on Elene's dancing and all that to bring home the song. But this time around, they had both the camera work, both the staging, both the like movement of screens and all that. Ah, come on, man, that definitely tops it. It all went well together. It all came out at the correct timing, like where they had El Diablo. I glad they did it only at the end, like at the last chorus. You know, if they did it earlier, it might have destroyed the whole element of like that bombasticness of the final chorus. So wow, definitely I would hope that this song does get into the finals. Next up, we have Israel with Eden Alene, who's singing "Set Me Free." At first, I was a bit iffy about it because I was like, you know, is it just gonna be like a disco song and then like that? But whoa, they had 2 uploads of the song. First one sounded like this. Basically, I like the second one. The second one was they had more bass, made it more pop. You know, like pop in terms of like punchy with the instrumentation and the drums. So I actually prefer that because she's a dancer, Eden is a dancer and a singer both at the same time, so she need to capitalize on that. Of course, it's going to be hard to stand out from all the dance songs, but the song was meant to be for that, you know. Especially don't forget her high vocals like Ariana Grande. I'm like, the whistle notes, come on, man, like, whoa, you know, and especially at the age. I mean, what's with all these young performers for Eurovision? It's so amazing. Them representing their country, them coming in with so good vocals, and she won X Factor in Israel. She won like another competition, Rising Star or something, both in the country. I'm like, whoa, you're the next big thing, for at least for Israel. So I can't wait to see the performance, the staging. I saw there was like, you know, the use of that holographic kind of element. Of course, I wasn't very into the visuals like at first because it's just the lyrics just being pasted on the visuals. I kind of hope for more of like the pop, the color in the music video, and I was hoping that she would wear something similar to the music video where it's more classy, because, you know, especially with the build up, it's like set me free. It's very like it gives a classical element to the song, and I kind of felt that I wanted to see it that way. But let's see how they bring home the message, how they show her the performance. And whoa, the rehearsal footage. I mean, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. She was like singing the high note and she was just looking at the camera like, whoa, this is nothing for me. I mean, for her to do that, this with so much confidence. Of course, there was also some people who were in the room and did watch it live said that sometimes she didn't manage to make the note. So hopefully, I really hope she does it this time around for the semi-final. I mean, it is a hard note to hit, and if she does hit it, wow. I think that's one of the key elements of the song as well. Why is the dislike so big? I don't understand, but okay. We're going the futuristic element, which is very different from the music video. Oh, I love her vocal touch. I love the headpiece. Yes, the catwalk. That is exactly what I want to see, because the song sounds so catwalky, like Vogue kind of a song. Oh, she's one of the few that uses the island stage. I wish her outfit was more different from the dancers themselves. Okay, I'm glad that they didn't go with that same color combination like the most. But yeah, I was hoping something more with more color, because the music video did have that element. I'm not sure why they decided to think that futuristic element was the theme and the vibe that they want to go for, because it's so far from what the music video was. Yes, high note, come on. Yes, the costume change. Yes, the face. That was really good. Is it for her age and what she has been accomplished? Of course, the competition that you see that take into factor of that is just basically on how people do like the song and stuff like that. So let's see how. I really hope that she does make it through. Yeah, it's definitely not a bad performance. It's really good. I just, yeah, to me, I'm like, why the futuristic element? Why the futuristic theme? And I feel like there should have been more purpose for the dancers. Yeah. Of course, I'd rather dancers being there than there being no dancers, because the song requires that kind of energy. So with that, let's go to the next one. Azerbaijan, Efendi with Mata Hari. She had an entry last year with Cleopatra, and I watched one of the reviews. They were saying like how the song Mata Hari is actually just a really big copy of Cleopatra, the song itself, and it's just it changed the lyrics, changed the person from Cleopatra to this person called Mata Hari, historical figure. Yeah, but I think for most people like me, I didn't know of that, like the song sounding similar, and clearly people do have a strong reception to it. Like, it's very a bop, it's nice, it's good to listen to, it's very pop, and the dance element, does play a key part in this as well. In terms of the music video, it was okay. It had some dance elements, but the staging was pretty simple. Yeah, and then seeing the live footage, I think it's pretty cool. They had like the snake in a crystal ball kind of a thing behind her, and it looked so dynamic, even though it was like on the screen. And then they had I think, was it the cultural kind of symbols that is showing on the screen. It definitely does resonate with the song, because the instrumental is very like, is it Arabic or something like that? I'm not very sure, but yeah, it does have that. The EDM portions does sound in that cultural sense, so it makes sense why they would go for more of the cultural image. And definitely also her outfits are black, with the dancers are black. I think it pops, even though yes, with black outfits typically you are afraid of that because you have a dark background, it's hard to stand out from, but hers pops because the colorful elements are from the visuals at the back, and then her being the center front stage of it. Of course, I do hope there's more elements other than just the screen. Let's see. And apparently she has tried to represent Azerbaijan for like 5 years in a row or something, like or like at least 5 times, and wow, commendable, she finally made it. Yes, the crystal ball, or like golden ball. I don't know. Her vocals is very strong, yes. Her vocals definitely fit this kind of song because it's very like breathy and like low, Oh, that visual with the snake, it's so cool. I hope she, like, I don't know, I feel like her, like, it's nice that she's smiling, but the song doesn't sound on that vein. Like, I feel more serious, and like the serious facial expression would be more in sync with what the song is. Her command of the English language is really good because for interviews she still spoke in her language for mostly, so I thought she may not be speaking English like as a native language. Yeah, this rotating part was in the rehearsal footage. Okay, I hope they bring in something for the finale part, like something bigger. Yeah, the Cleopatra. Oh, I love that touch. I recommend the visuals at the back. Do look really amazing, especially with that ball. That is crazy. It looks so like 3D. Even though the dance choreography was the same with the music video, but it went up the music video in terms of the staging, the visuals, and all that. Definitely can see more of her as a dancer and not just a singer. I mean, it was an expected performance in the sense like it didn't really shook me in the sense like it didn't give me like surprise me in a way that Cyprus did in terms of different stagings. I'm not sure how it was like. For those who are watching, do tell me, do let me know. Like, is it such that every country is given a budget to work to present performance, or it's based on how much the country wants to invest in doing a different staging? Because I would say then it's kind of unfair then, because if you have some countries that are less financially capable, their staging will probably look more simplistic just with the screen and stuff like that. Like, I'm not sure whether that's because of the budget or it's because they like it's an actual informed choice. I feel that also comes in play when you consider who did a so-called better staging. Let's go into the last performance, Malta with Destiny, and Casse. Hear me out. I liked the video. It definitely one-upped the Michaela's Chameleon music video. It had so many different sets, outfit changes and all that, and then the iconic dance movements I was saying. Of course, her not really being a dancer per se, it does make it like all the more like they managed to still use like this simple dance to like capture in people's minds and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool. The staging for the rehearsal, however, was lackluster. Like, it was like a copy of side by side or side to side by Ariana Grande, their VMA performance-ish, with that bar and then her wearing pink outfits with the rest. And then not only like it just looked like all their performance with the silver as the artists, pink as the dancers, or red as the dancers. But not just that, but her song, the music video had like so many different elements to the song. It's like, it's crazy how it just kind of just what happened. Like, did all the budget go in the music video and then they didn't have budget for the performance? I'm not saying in an offensive way. I'm just like, it's kind of underwhelmed. Like, it, you want to have the music video be good and then the rehearsal and the live performance topping it, like doing much better, like for the Eurovision, instead of the other way around. Because that's what I felt, with Malta's entry, and it's kind of a bit disappointing. And then I feel like it was a mess because a lot of people disliked the rehearsal footage. A lot of dislikes, and people are critiquing on the outfit choice, because I agree too. I kind of prefer her seeing her in that gown and or even a pantsuit or something like that, that like a boss, because the song is about being a boss. Like, because when she wears, I think one of the commenters did where I saw one of the comments, it did like make sense, like in terms of like her wearing that outfit that she wore, it made her look like more of a dancer, but she didn't really dance, or she didn't really move much on the stage. So it kind of like clashes with the expectation of what we're seeing. So we would rather see her wearing more boss outfit and then just slaying with the vocals and then just standing there and then maybe by a mic stand or something like that. And instead of trying to go for a dance kind of performance that they were staging, that they were trying to put up. And then the visuals was just pink, and then it was pink on pink on pink on pink, and then it was just like too much pink, and but then I felt the sad thing was that it's like you fought fire with fire, because with all the criticism that came out, and then she put out a statement saying that I choose what I want to wear, I do what I want to do, I'm the boss. Yeah, it's okay, you are the boss. We are not saying that you're not a boss, but I feel like she took the criticisms as hate towards her, and like lack of body positivity, critiquing her body size and all that. But no, it's just about how we were hoping that how the staging would reflect how the music video is, how the song is. Also, on the other hand, there's the camp where a group of people that are also saying that I don't get why, like they don't get why the song is so popular. It's like overrated and stuff. I get the message with like the whole body empowerment and all that. It's kind of like been there, done that, and it kind of just the song is basically about that, and it just goes round and round and round about that. Like, I'm not your honey, you know, all that kind of thing. But I think it's really good because her as her vocal, I think I feel like I focus more for that song. I focus more on the package. So she had like the vocals in the music video, the her very operatic kind of movements. That really, I feel like, was made it so special. Yeah. So I'm on the fence about how it's going to turn out. I saw some of the footage. It was like silver, her wearing silver, and then the rest still wearing pink, and then her using the short hair. But I hope she went for the long hair look, because I think with the long hair she does, like, you know, it commands more. I feel it just has this more commanding feeling. Definitely nothing to do with hate. I really, again, it's, yeah, I was a bit fortunate. It's like she took it as if people were hating on her as her, you know, and definitely not. It's not the case. It's not the case. But let's see how it does with this performance. I hope that she brings home the message. She probably would still qualify into the finals, but as to whether it's a winning performance, not very sure. Yeah, not very sure. She also actually performed. She did backup vocals for, not just she won the Junior Eurovision in 2014 or 15, but she also did the backup vocals for Michaela in 2019. Yeah, 2019. So it's pretty cool. You know, she's also very young. Yeah, let's see how. I mean, she's the finishing stage for the, you know, semi-final. So, oh yeah, the song was actually Dina Na, who was from Sweden. Like, she actually tried to use that for the entry this year for Sweden, but then they didn't make it, and it was given to her, and then she apparently twisted it to turn it to her own. So that's really cool. Okay, the vocals. Oh man, it's still got the side to side kind of music video look. Yes, okay, the hands. I don't know, I feel like it looked better for the music video. In terms of what was going on, like with the colors. Oh, yellow and pink, okay. I mean, okay, yes, I like the vocals. Take. Oh, I like the pan out. Oh, ooh. I thought she would slay more with like holding the mic, but okay, you know, with that clip-on mic, I think it's still killing it. Yeah, I like her expression, the self-expression on stage. Oh, this is where the bridge is. Yes. Oh, I love the silhouette. Oh, her expression, yes. This is, I would say, this is one of the key elements of the song, the bridge. Alright, yes. Don't get it. If you, oh yes. This is my French. Yes, the pyrotechnics. Yes. Come on. I went a bit off pitch there, but yeah. Oh, the laughing element. Okay. Laughing touch it. Oh, the hey, yes. Okay, I must say, even though she went with the same exact kind of performance as the rehearsal, but it didn't disappoint in the sense that it was energetic. You know, it had a bit of staging, and it felt worthy of a semi-final performance. Yeah. I still like the song though. In terms of staging, I just wish it was, yeah, more colors, not so like, yeah, but yeah, it is like, it still didn't disappoint in the sense that it still hit the right notes that people wanted to see. Okay, let's go into seeing the qualifiers of this. I have no idea. I'm so scared. I've been trying to avoid any of the spoilers. So the qualifiers for the semi-final, the first semi-final, is only 10 countries, I'm not wrong, that can qualify to the grand finals for for each semi-final. So, oh, let's go. Oh no, I'm actually quite nervous. Yes! Yes! Ah, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I had 8 countries that I was predicting, so let's see how it fares.
The fourth finalist.
Come on.
For the grand final on Saturday.
Cyprus, Malta, Azerbaijan, Ireland, please.
Azerbaijan.
Yes!
The fifth country to
After the break. Okay. To jump out of their seats. Okay, let's go. Come on. Expected. But still, a big happy win. Yes, definitely.
On with the sixth.
7. Don't mess it up, presenter. Don't mess it up.
Feel the tension.
Yeah, it is really tense. Like, it's already like
The sixth finalist.
5 spots gone already. Cyprus, at least
the
Cyprus. At least Cyprus.
finalist is
Gotta have Cyprus. Gotta have Cyprus. I hope Ireland does also too. Yes! Yes! Congratulations, Elena! Okay, yeah. Please do change it up for the grand final. I don't know if they're allowed to do that, but do bring in something like a bit different. I don't know.
Only
I'm so sorry, Australia. I don't know. I wasn't loving their entry this year. You know, I loved their entry for the past few years.
qualified for
But then for 2020, 2021, I wasn't keen on their entry. And 2019 also, I wasn't. Ireland, please. Ireland.
finalist
Ireland.
is
Ireland. Come on.
Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a strong competition. For semi-final 1, definitely a lot of the countries that were in semi-final 1 had such a good entry. So, oh man, Ireland! I love their performance. When I'm seeing the comments, and not a lot of people are saying about Ireland. They're more like Croatia didn't get it. Oh yeah, and Australia didn't get it this time around. This is the first time I think they didn't get qualified. But understandably so, because you know hers was being televised on the screen instead of being live, because you know travel restrictions. But also, like I was just a bit saying earlier, that the song didn't really stick for me. I don't know why. But like with Australia's entry since 2019, they decided to not go pop. They decided to go more of like this other crazy element, kind of a, like, I don't know, alternative pop kind of a feel. And I just kind of got out of touch with it because I just didn't like what I was hearing and the staging. I mean, I do respect that there is a performance element, there's the artists do sing well, but it felt a bit too out of the pop sense for me, that for me to like love it. So yeah, that's interesting. Australia didn't actually qualify. Wow, that's quite shaking. Yeah, but definitely, yeah, I wasn't really in love with Montaigne's Technicolor. Honestly, I didn't make it, but I'm glad the rest did, that I was hoping for did. And then sometimes with televote it's hard to tell because it's also like what country you're representing, the way it's being staged, all that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my reaction. I am a bit shook still, but I will be watching and reacting to semi-final 2. I still have some acts from there that I want to keep a lookout for. So stay tuned for that as well as the grand final. I hope to see you on the next one. Catch you all next time, and do like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, anything that you want me to react, please do let me know in the comment section down below. That's it. Thank you very much. Catch you on the next one. Bye.